It says that the man who does not read have no advantage over the man who cannot read. So just let that sink in for a minute. Hello guys, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. It's me, Janet, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you some things I wish I knew sooner. Life is definitely a journey, and we learn as we get older. We learn from our experiences, and I love to see the different levels of growth that we as humans go through in different stages of our lives. There are some things that I wish I knew sooner. Okay, it would have helped me to do things differently, and here are 6 of them. The first thing I wish I knew sooner was to live a life that was true to who I am. And when we get older, we get to know more about ourselves. We get to truly understand who we are and the things that we enjoy doing. It's a process, but when you're 18 years old or you are 20 years old, you already know the things that you like, you know the things that you dislike, and you also know your values. But when I was younger, I knew all these things, my likes, my dislikes, I knew my values, but I still put up with people that didn't respect that. And that meant that I had to change a bit of my personality. I had to change my values for me to be accepted in a particular group. I had to change a bit of myself for me to be accepted and for me to fit in, which was not good. If I knew better, I would have walked away. It's okay for you to walk away from a situation. If you have to change who you are for you to fit in, for you to be accepted, it's okay for you to walk away. And try not to conform to the expectations of other people just for you to fit in at your own detriment. So the second thing I wish I knew earlier is that having a university degree is not the alpha and omega of reaching success. You see, I grew up in a family where having a university degree is of the highest importance, and all I did was read. All I did was study, which is not bad. There is nothing wrong with getting a degree or multiple degrees if you want, but it's not the end of it all. That's not the end of it. These days, having skills, marketable skills, is much more valuable than just having a university certificate. If I had known this earlier, I would have worked on acquiring more skills outside of the things I was learning in the university. Because by the time I graduated, all I had was my certificate, nothing else, no marketable skills. And I quickly realized that I needed to do more. I needed to know more. I needed to acquire certain marketable skills. If you're still in the university, let's say maybe you're in your final year or your second to the last year, I would really encourage you to work on acquiring skills. Learn something online, learn something different, acquire different skills, things that are outside of what you are learning currently in the university. Use your spare time wisely, spend that time wisely. In a day you might have 2 lectures only, and each lecture is like 2 hours, total 4 hours. What are you doing with the remaining extra time? You can use it to start learning something new, marketable skills. This would help you a lot. Like by the time you graduate, and you'll have these extra things that you did that can boost your CV if you're trying to get a job, or can help to direct you in the kind of business that you want to start. So use it wisely, use your extra time wisely, and acquire marketable skills. The third thing I wish I knew sooner is the things that I can do with the internet. I used to look at the internet as just a place where I can go and ask Google a question about something related to my studies, and I also viewed the social media as a place where you can just go and connect with people, chat and share photos, which was originally what these social media platforms were meant for, but that kind of changed and down the line. So I viewed it as just a place where I can just get answers to my questions and then just chat with a few people and post photos. I didn't know the other side of it, like the business side of it. I didn't know that website that I was going to read something about economics, supply and demand, or Java programming was actually a source of income to the author, the owner of the website. I didn't know that when I clicked on a link on a blog and I made a purchase, that the person who owns that blog actually makes a commission from my purchase. I didn't know so many things about the internet, that when you give value value actually comes back to you in diverse forms. Back in the university, I learned about e-commerce, e-marketing, but it was just based on some old textbook concept. It was never about the reality of things. So it's never about real life scenarios and how we could leverage the internet. They never taught us all these things in the university. Like, I had to figure it out. And to think that after my BSc, I actually had a blog where I was writing about some random topics, and I still didn't know the money part of blogging. I didn't know that you could turn that into a business. I didn't know so many things about the internet. I would have done things in a way that would help me leverage the importance of having a blog. I wish I knew what I could use the internet to do earlier. Fourth point I would like to mention is about financial management, and also personal finance and how to manage your money. I got to learn this a little bit later. I got to learn it much more later on how to manage the money that I'm making, because it's not enough to just have a job or have a business that gives you money. But if you don't know how to handle that money, if you don't know how to manage that money, you are going to be also always in that circle of earning and spending. And I always encourage people to read financial books. Like, if you are struggling a bit around money and how to manage it, I always encourage people to read books. Like, try to find, if you don't like reading physical books, we have audiobooks that can help you to learn something about how you can manage your money and how you can invest your money and make that work for you. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and our conversation gradually moved into books and reading. And he said something. He said Nigerians don't have the culture of reading books. And it's not common for someone to just pick up a book and read just because they want to develop themselves or they want to know more about money. He also mentioned a quote about reading, which I thought I should share with you. I'll put it on the screen. It says that the man who does not read have no advantage over the man who cannot read. So just let that sink in for a minute. Like, the person that does not read has no advantage over the person that cannot even read at all. And when I heard that, I was just like, wow, that's actually true, because I feel like book opens up your mind. Like, it gives you different perspective towards a topic. And if you're not reading to get different perspective about a particular topic, then what is the difference between that person who does not read and the person who cannot read at all? There's no difference. When you buy books and you read them, you are not just buying books, okay? You are investing in yourself. And to me, that is one of the greatest investment that you can have. One of the greatest investment that you can make for yourself is to invest in yourself. If I had known some things about money earlier, it would have helped me to learn more about how to manage my finances and also how to look out for investment opportunities. And which is not too late. Like, it's never too late. It's better to know late than to never know at all. So yeah, I wish I knew that earlier. The fifth thing I wish I did sooner was to allow myself to try new things, try new fun things. Like, I should have tried to learn how to dance, or I should have tried modeling, tried different sports and games, and traveled more when I had a little bit of cash on me. I should have traveled more and to buy experiences, to get more experiences rather than buying material things. Because guess what? Material things, they get old and they get thrown out. But when you have experiences, when you buy experiences, those live with you for the rest of your life. Like, you have them, they remain with us for the rest of our lives compared to material things. As I said earlier, it's not too late to do all these things. Like, if you still need to do any of these things, it's not too late to start. Like, age is not a number. You can start at any point in your life that you finally realize that you need to do something different. The last thing I wish I knew sooner is that you can't be friends with everyone, and you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, okay? And that's fine. And there are different types of relationships. Some are seasonal, while others are lifelong relationships. They are long-term relationships. And knowing the difference between these two will help you to nurture the right ones. It will help you to put effort in the right type of relationships. I also wish I walked away from some friendships when I quickly realized that those friends were coming close to me because of the things that they know that they can get from me. I should have left. Like, I should have bounced when I realized this before things got toxic. You definitely cannot be friends with everyone. Know which ones you need to nurture. Know which ones you need to be committed to. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor by hitting that like button, like this video, and also leave a comment below if any of these points resonates with you. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end, and I will see you guys in my next one.